welcome to Blades and Banners, a Tales of the Valiant actual play show set in the Eberron campaign world. Mia, what happened last time?
We started the day with Mal and Donabella. They let us stay on their ship, and we stayed overnight, and then they took us the rest of the way toward the cairns. We said a goodbye to them with promises and hopes of visits and food. And then the three of us set out for the cairns. And when we got there, we basically had a puzzle that we had to figure out. We had to wait until the moons were aligned at the correct time, and when that happened, a beautiful white gold drake flew down. We left an offering for the drake, and when the drake left, the doorway to the cairns was open. Cairn.
That's about it. Yeah.
Yep.
So it is very late. You are standing in front of a large mound, and now there is a dark opening.
I suppose as good a time as any, eh?
That worked.
I have some lights that I could send before us.
I believe
would that be helpful?
That would be wise indeed.
Okay. I cast Dancing Lights.
Nice.
Okay. So you cast your lights, and what?
And then I direct them into the opening to light it up before we step through.
Sure. They light up a rock and earth passage leading down and in, and then pretty quickly, only a few steps in, opening up into an inner chamber.
All right.
Anyone fighting to be first here?
I do loving diving into graves. I think I'm just going to poke my head in real quick first and look.
Well, after you then.
Okay. And I would like to approach and stick my head in and then roll perception, mostly just for, like, you know, a giant rock that's going to come swinging towards my face. Or...
Where your face used to be.
Right. Oh my goodness. 10 is what I roll for perception.
You do have a bardic inspiration still.
I do. Thank you. How do I use that?
You get to add something.
I think you can go up in the roll log and just click Bardic Inspiration die.
You gain a d6, and you can roll it, add that number to your ability check.
I would like to do that.
Sure.
I rolled a 6.
Let's
Heck
go.
Yes.
Let's go.
16. That's way better than 10. Whee!
So in here, you see there is a domed chamber that is the interior of the cairn. It is a packed earth floor. The walls and dome are the bare rock and earth of the mound. In the center, there is a very simple stone slab with a humanoid figure lying on it. The remains of a humanoid lying stretched out on it.
Well, I think we can go in.
We remain
Yeah.
after you.
Yeah, I step in.
Okay.
Finnian behind.
For everyone but Ellie, this is a low ceiling. You're a little stooped. It's not like hard to move around, but it is. It's low. So you come into the room. The three of you mostly fill up this space. This is not a big room. And there is the slab and the figure.
Is there anything being held by the figure?
So the figure is of a tall humanoid. The remains of a tall humanoid, obviously very old. They are wearing fine leather armor that is clearly old and time has taken its toll on it, but it's still pretty remarkably preserved on the remains. There is a very fine sword laid alongside this figure on the slab, and on the breast, clasped in the hands, there is a black gem like a dragon shard.
Well, I do believe that'll be what we were sent for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dancing lights are in the room.
Mm-hmm.
And that's looking around before making any kind of grab. The way in is the only way out that we can see.
Yep.
Okay. Making sure they're not all connected through intricate tunnels.
It's a good thing to clarify. I want to do this thing that we said we were going to do, and I want to help Lord Kalis. I also don't want to steal from that dead person. So ideas?
Well, I fear we may have expired the time in which to decide that there was more than one option here.
That's true. I think that he will haunt us until our deaths. And so
it doesn't matter which one you're speaking of. I think that's true. I think that is absolutely the case, whichever decision we make here.
You think that Lord Kalis would hurt us? He offered pancakes. And
the sun is coming up in like 6.5 hours. I've not enough time to explain why I fear him.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, maybe that's a conversation we have on the journey then,
and
on the way back to his house. Because I have some pretty strong counter arguments.
I'm aware. I've seen them as well.
Okay. We just need to be on the same page, or at least aware of which page each of us is on.
Now, I don't love owing that man either. But if you're going to make an argument in the future for trusting him, the reason he sent us here was to claim this for the safety of his island.
Yeah.
If it is a matter of the person you want to trust or the people against him, I fear we've not many choices here.
Right.
Maybe we let this bloke here know that we don't mean anything ill before we do it, and see if maybe that assists in any way.
Well, yeah. Oh, okay. Eliwyse, I'll be right back. And Eliwyse runs out of
Yep.
the cairn. And I would like to collect just whatever pretty things she can. If there are flowers, she's picking a bouquet. If there aren't any flowers, then just like the loveliest leaves in these trees. And then pick a couple of trinkets out of the hair to make a beaded cord around her bouquet, and then I run back. Okay.
While she's gone, Finnian says to Sohaina, I'm usually a big fan of silence, but this is one of the stranger moments I've shared in utter quiet with another.
And Sohaina has been scrutinizing the gem this whole time. So has not just looks up and goes, "Oh, and then goes back to looking at the gem."
That's good.
So, Eliwyse, when you come back, are you letting us know that this is another offering?
Oh, my mom would kill me if I left a dead body empty-handed in a tomb.
Oh.
Yes. And so
Your family has specific rules of
Very
etiquette.
specific etiquette. Yeah.
it hasn't been applied in this very specific situation, but
I should hope not.
Weird things happen all the time.
You've said that twice in a day now. I need to simply say we're coming back to this line of thinking at you.
I'd be happy to revisit it.
Never mind.
So if we're going to take something, then we should give him something back, or them.
Don't disagree.
Can I add the little Aggie Sam figurine? I can add that to it too.
I think that would be lovely.
Okay, then Sohaina hands it over.
I don't want to be presumptuous here, but as the person that touches things to see how they are, Finnian would reach out, not to grab, but to open palmed, see if there's any resistance as he approaches to try to touch the shard.
Nothing resists your reach.
Lays a hand on the shard.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I really feel like scrutinous needs to happen before anything else happens here. I think, Colin, would you be okay with me asking Philip a question about? Can I have assistance? What do we? Because I just have yes/no questions.
Should Finnian have touched it?
That's the
I
Finnian
know.
dilemma. Finnian gets his answers from touching stuff.
Is this tall humanoid going to attack us?
Right.
It's happening right now.
Well, help, you two, help!
I literally
What
just did the
would
one thing I do.
If we remove the gem?
There it is, perfect. Philip, I have a question for you. What, in fact, would happen if we remove the gem? Please and thank you.
Okay. So I'm going to answer that as an answer specifically about the item you were scrutinizing, and not about a set of actions that you might take.
Yep.
The item, as you stare at it, and in this situation, with your bardic knowledge and magical ability, you are able to infer from your study of the item that the thing that could be done with this by someone who knew how, the thing that could be done with this item is it could be used as essentially an anti-magic field specific to necromancy and the undead. So if you were to, from the perspective of the reason you ended up here, if you were to take this into the center of Vale and activate it, it's not necessarily clear to you what the range of it is, but if you were to take this in the vicinity of Vale and activate it, then all of the little minor undead spirits that live in Vale that like act as street lamps and the sign on the hanged man and the skeletal street sweepers would all just fall over. Like they would just cease to be animate. You're not sure what it would do to an intelligent undead, but in the case of all of those, street sweepers and street lights and the hanged man, they would the necromantic magic that animates them would cease to function.
Okay. Finian, hold on a second. I think I just figured something out here. This stone, the thing. You know what? Sohaina just tells the Finnian and Eliwyse what Philip just said.
I don't want this to be the wrong way. As Finian's hand is on it, he turns to listen to you explain that, and he says, "Well, that's exactly correct." He learned what the item does by touching it. So he knows what it does and how to use it. And you did in fact nail it.
Oh, good. Okay. Yes, we're on the same page. So,
Right, but you don't know, perchance, what'll happen if we move it from his hand, do you?
Well?
Nope.
Oh.
Well, if he's undead, he may wake up.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
As my hand is on it, I can feel it's not activated, right? You said it would be activated. Is it active currently?
Make an Arcana check.
Okay. Question still stands.
Hard to say.
All right.
You understand how it works. You understand theoretically how to use it, but you don't necessarily know whether it would emit a sound or a visible field or like what would be the signs that it's on.
So there is a chance that when we remove it, if it's on, it turns off, and this fella here with the big sword uses it at us. But I fear we're running out of time as night passes.
Oh. So, is this just like a grab it and run sort of situation?
Well, I'm understanding that you're desiring to give your gift in place of the stone here.
Right, but it doesn't actually have any magic that would keep him undead if he in fact
Sure.
is right. Okay.
I meant the sentimental side of the plan. Well, if you'd like, Finnian lifts his hand off the stone, leaving the stone. It was just touching to learn it. I don't mind if you take that on. I'm gonna probably pull his sword to the side at the same time you do that, so he's not got a weapon if he does wake up.
Okay, but we're not going to take it with us, right? We're going to leave it for them.
As long as he's not wanting to use it on me, it'll stay here.
Wait. This is a Mia question. We're not taking the gem with us?
The sword.
Oh, the sword.
Oh, sorry,
yeah.
the sword, yes.
Yeah. Finian's just arguing
You
to
guys
get
understood.
it out from beside the figure.
All right.
In case he hops up and is murderous.
Sohaina, since we're doing this, Sohaina takes her boomerang out and then says, "I hope everybody stays safe," and then does cast Celebrate Life.
Nice.
Shall we then?
Eliwyse, I would like to look around. Do I see any, or even on the table, do I see like an inscription of any sort in this tomb?
There is on the table, pretty roughly scratched, very different from the monoliths outside. Very roughly scratched some Elvish script.
Well, I can't read Elvish, so...
Abandon all hope, ye who rob from here.
I was hoping for a name. All
Could be.
Right.
Steve. This is Steve the corpse.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
I have comprehend languages.
ooh.
Are
For
you
the
in the
duration.
room still?
What'd you say?
Are you in the room still?
Yes. Had
Oh,
I?
I'm sorry.
had
I thought when you cast Celebrate Life, you had walked to the door.
Oh no, I had not planned.
Got it.
But I have for the duration. You understand the literal meaning of any spoken language or any written language that you see, but you have to touch the surface. Takes about a minute to read a page of text. It doesn't, however, decode secret messages in a text or a glyph, such as an arcane sigil. That isn't part of a written language, but this is not that, right, Philip? This is.
It's in Elvish letters. That's the
Oh,
only thing that
booger.
that Eliwyse can tell you.
Well, it seems like we've agreed that we're gonna do this, and it seems like we all also want to be as careful as possible. So I can try one more thing. I can, if I touch the letters there, I just need a minute, and I will be able to understand what it says. That may help us before we do the thing. What do you? I know we're in a rush, Finnian. Do we have a minute?
I have no idea.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna do it.
Sounds good.
Fair.
Okay.
Just as a note here, your bardic performance only lasts for 1 minute.
Mm-hmm. So if I do this, we will have wasted all of the celebrate life I just did.
Correct.
Okay. We can't retcon. Well, yeah, we can't retcon that I didn't cast celebrate life. Well, I'll leave it to you guys. Do you think it would be worthwhile to read the script? What is that face, Colin? You can answer this.
It is that I can't tell you what your character would want to do. I don't have that answer.
Yeah.
That is.
I even have different answers for my character versus me as the player.
Finnian didn't want to be on this island right now.
Okay.
I was the go home guy.
I feel like I've committed to it. So, this is a rookie mistake that I've made, but I'm committing to it. So,
okay,
we're doing it.
All right.
Comprehending languages.
You cast
Eliwyse
comprehend
is thrilled.
languages.
Finnian is back to standing in silence inside this tomb.
You cast comprehend languages and you begin to read. And as you work your way around the slab, the script runs all the way around the edge of the slab surrounding him. You read what you read is this. I, Refil Inagwin, here lay me down and set aside all burdens. My people are no more or have fled further north. What has become of us, none need remember. We came here fleeing persecution for our names. And here we found and made a home, if only for a little while. I lay me here to guard the rest of those who went before me.
muted myself so I could type all that out. Um, so Sohaina has read that out as she is going along. And when she stops, she goes, "Well, that's sad."
I don't feel better about any of this right now.
No.
I'm glad we know his name.
Yeah.
Steve.
Sir Enalgwin.
Sorry.
Maybe we can, when we get back to the ship, we can, I don't know, have like a little... Basically, my hippie is coming out, and I want to do some kind of like a remembrance, a ritual, put him on the ancestor altar and keep him in mind is the kind of thing that I'm suggesting. But I don't know how Sohaina suggests that. That's just...
We could certainly light a candle for
Yes!
him, in our time. And I don't mean to be indelicate, but the moment is upon us, I fear.
Okay.
One
So let's go
direction or the other.
Let's do it.
Thank you, Sir Enalgwin, for this, and we hope you are resting peacefully. And she rips out the gem and puts down the bouquet.
Finnian's hands by the blade, not taking it, hoping to be quick enough to snatch it if this thing does come up.
Okay. So you grab the gem, put the bouquet down, jump back, and the eyes of the body suddenly, the sockets fill with a baleful light. Finnian,
mate.
make a dexterity check. Opposed by Enalgwin.
I'm not gonna use this. I'm gonna play it. It's 15.
You make a grab at the blade, and your hand closes on air. As the figure lurches up and to the side, not with the sort of, lurchy, jerky zombie movements that you might associate with some animate dead, but with very fluid movements, comes up to its feet. The blade, which it's sort of gripped in its hand, it sort of rolls over the back of its hand and catches the hilt, and fixes its eyes on Eliwyse. And we need to roll initiative.
Ah, darn it!
He did not like my bouquet.
I like your bouquet.
Well, it isn't
Thank you.
necessarily the conclusion to draw.
Liar.
Just maybe other things he disliked more.
What die do I... Here,
Oh my goodness.
I'm not
My
hype on
AC
this
and
one.
my initiative were trash.
This one is scary to me.
I rolled an 8, so I got an 11.
Same.
Okay,
Wow.
So an 11 for Sohaina, an 11 for Finnian,
7.
and a 7
Oh,
for
boy.
Eliwyse.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Cool.
Is it? that cool?
So, Rachel Enalgwin gets to go first.
Awesome. It's so good for me.
Can we talk to him, or is it just happening too fast?
You can try to.
Sir Enalgwin, we mean you no harm.
I hate it.
This creature does not speak common, and it's going to lunge forward at Eliwyse. It's going to begin with an attack with its longsword. That is going to be 21 to hit.
Oh my goodness.
I'm so sorry.
Roll 1. Can I spend a luck point to have you change your die?
You cannot.
Aw.
Okay. You take 7 slashing damage. And then he reaches out with as the blade slashes nearly cutting you very deeply. The eyes fix on you, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
What row? That's
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
that's a 1 for a total of 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You take 10
Oh,
points
no.
of necrotic damage,
Oh my lord.
and your maximum hit
Okay.
points are temporarily reduced by the same amount.
What?
Okay.
By 10?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Team, just so we're all on the same page, I am sitting at 1 hit point.
Yeah, that sounds on brand
Okay.
for us.
That is its turn, and it's Sohaina's turn.
I would like to check something. I'm just looking at mage armor. Touch creature is no protective magical force. Target. I would like, if it is possible, I would like to reach out and scoop up Eliwyse. And
Seems very plausible.
okay, what is it possible for me to cast mage armor
Yep.
on her? Okay. So that is, I touch a willing creature who isn't wearing armor, and a protective magical force surrounds it until the spell ends. The target's base AC becomes 13 plus its dex modifier. Spell ends if the target dons armor or if I dismiss the spell as an action. Does that in fact counter what you did? What Hoogie Buckets did? Oh,
Does it
no,
counter it?
AC. Excuse me.
Yeah, it raises the
Ignore
AC.
me. Ignore me. Sorry.
That helps me significantly, though.
Okay.
That gives 3 points to my AC.
Okay. Plus your dex modifier. You already did all that.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So
Thank you.
that's so you meant by that you are picking Eliwyse up.
Yes.
Okay. So you can pick Eliwyse up. As a bonus action, you can then cast Mage Armor as your action. You
Yes.
have movement left if you would like to use it.
Yes, I would like to dash out. I would like to sprinter.
Okay. Yeah. So you're going to take the you're going to dash, and you're going to get to do double movement. So what's Sohaina's normal movement?
You know. Try. I'm so sorry.
It's
Armor. Let's go. Where the heck
it's
am
up,
I looking?
It's up at the top, right below your AC and initiative and hit dice. There's
I'm
a bunch of
All right,
general
yes.
information.
Size and speed.
Correct.
Size and speed. Yeah,
30 feet, and then I
So-
believe the sprinter doubles
means
that.
you get to do it. Yeah. So yeah, you're gonna basically just bolt out of the cairn.
Yes.
Okay, so because Eliwyse was engaged with it when you did that, it's
Ah.
going to take an attack of opportunity against you.
Against me?
Yep.
Okay, good.
It is going to hit you. And so you are going to take... Didn't roll very well. 9 slashing damage as this longsword lashes out and catches you. But you are able to get out, and... I mean, the passage you had to go down was maybe 10 feet. So you're about 50 feet from the grave as you sprint out into the night.
Okay.
And then it's Finnian's turn.
That is a long ways away.
Sorry,
Oh.
Finnian!
Cheers, mate. looking up at Inagwin. Bonus action. We're gonna become armored because he hits real hard. I'm gonna need that. Shard is instead of grabbing from the right like he normally would at range, we're gonna grab from his left, pull out the quarterstaff, and try to get a good knock on the dude here. Maybe.
Okay. So you're gonna move to engage and attack.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
All right.
Dirty 20.
Hits.
For 5 bludgeoning.
Okay.
Oh, hang on. What's the plus? Nope. Got it. Is he between me and the door?
No.
Then I have no choice but to try to use. I know he's going to swing on me, but I got to use my movement to try to get out as well.
He's actually not, because he used his reaction to swing at Sohaina when she bolted for the door. So he has no reaction with which to attack you.
Then I am going to.
You're welcome, Finnian.
Probably, you said we're 15 feet to the door.
Yeah, you're probably about, because Sohaina was about 10, so you're probably about 15 feet.
So I'll get 15 feet out the door.
Okay. So you rush out into the night. Sohaina is way off there.
Yeah. Gonzo.
Eliwyse, it's your turn.
I'm going to heal myself with Cure Wounds.
Okay.
And I'm so sorry. I always get this confused. Can I also do Nature's Gift? It's a bonus action.
If it's a bonus action, then yeah, you can.
Okay.
It's not a spell, so.
Okay, that's what I get confused about. Okay. And then I will not cast, but I will use Nature's Gift to heal Sohaina for
Me?
6. Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Just gonna cast that while you're running and holding me. One for you, one for me. And can I have Sam spit at the
White is the word you're looking for. Is Sam with you? Did you summon? Did you have an action with which to summon Sam?
I did not. I used an action and a bonus action, so I did not summon Sam.
Yep.
Is that right?
That's correct, I think.
Yes. Yes, it is.
All right.
All right.
And you are being carried, so presumably you don't want to use any movement.
That's correct. I'm comfortable.
Okay, I was going to say,
okay.
Eliwyse, I'm so sorry. I just responded out of instinct. Do you want me to put you down, or are you okay?
No, this knife wound hurts a lot.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for getting me out of there.
Oh, no, you're welcome.
So
Sorry
you see,
didn't like your thing.
you see Finnian running out of the cairn, and then a moment later he is pursued by the figure of Rayleigh Inagwin, wielding his blade. Inagwin also has a speed of 30, and so he is going to move and catch up with Finnian and attack Finnian.
Yep. Can't blame it.
That is a 16 to hit.
No.
Cool. So you will take
Wow.
half damage.
All right.
I'm getting better at
So
this.
you're
I
gonna
now
take-
remember to engage my armor on my sheet.
You're going to take 7 slashing damage.
Okay.
And then he will he'll try to use life drain on you as his other attack. Oh, that's very bad. That's only a 9. So that fails completely because that's not a weapon attack. So Inagwin stumbles out of the grave, lunges forward, catches Finnian's armor with a glancing blow, but does not manage to do injury. Sohaina.
All right, so we have Eliwyse is still the most injured, but Finnian is the closest. But he just okay. I pulled up images of a white, and so I need to get back to my my hoobly-doo, my sheet. The thing for Sohaina is that she is feeling bad for the guy. She's not feeling like this is an enemy, and so she is not. I think what she's going to do is cast. Let's see, where am I now? My bardic performance. I have one more bardic performance. Within range. So how far away from me is Finnian? Still, since I bolted, how close is Finnian?
Finnian is 40 feet, 30 feet away from you guys would be about right. Yeah, because you went
You
twice.
said they made it 50 feet out of the door?
Yes.
Right,
So
because
I
made it
guess 30.
15.
So, okay, so 35 feet from you.
Yeah.
And let me just look at Celebrate Life and see what the range is for that. It just says within range. I'm imagining range is probably 30 feet or...
I believe that is correct. It would be the range of your bardic performance. Bardic performance. Celebrate life. Bardic performance. Yes, any targets must be within 30 feet of you.
Okay. Okay. I would like to move a few feet closer to Finnian and cast Celebrate Life. And then I would like to yell, Finnian, let's go! I think that is what I would like to do. She does not want to attack this guy.
Okay. All right. If that's all you want to do, then
I do have a bonus action left. Is that correct?
I think that activating Celebrate Life is a bonus action.
Is my bonus action. Okay. No, I thought that was Celebrate Life is an action, not a bonus. I moved closer.
Yes, you're correct. It is an action. So
Okay.
yes, you moved a little closer. So yes, you have a bonus action if you want.
All right, then for the bonus action, I would like to cast Bardic Inspiration on Finnian.
Okay.
Okay.
So, and you have Bardic Inspiration.
Okay.
Just for y'all's reference, here's a placeholder image for what you are dealing with.
Great. Boy, I wish I had that sword.
Looking, Noah. Cool looking.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Then it is going to be Finian's turn.
Oh, do I try to get cute here?
You're already
Colin, I don't
cute.
think there's any work to be done on that.
Y'all, I don't know what to do with this positivity. Has Sohaina, has there been an expression of your desire to not be in this combat, or would Finnian be under the impression we're in a fight?
Sohaina has yelled, Finnian, come on, let's go.
Got it. Where is the stone, Ellie? Are you holding it?
I am.
Okay. I'm going to make a pitch here and see how much you allow of this, Philip. Here's what it would look like if everything worked, and then I'll tell you the mechanics for it. Finnian running, because he didn't stop when he got swung on in the back. Running is going to yell, toss me the stone, as he's running up. And if successful, then our friend here, Mr. Anagwin, would see me turn and throw the stone in another direction. What I'm wanting to do here is use my action for the first time to fire off my shard as a true shard of creation and create a replica of the stone. It can be anything smaller than a medium object. It won't hold up to inspection. I'm creating an Ocean's 12 version of the Fabergé egg here.
Mm-hmm.
But to try to throw him off our trail. It's what my pitch would be here. I'm sure there's going to be athletics for me to try to catch or for her to try to throw if you allow this.
I will say... So, well, first of all, is Eliwyse likely to throw the stone to Finnian?
If Finnian says to, she will.
Okay. Then you've got your hands free. Finnian, make a dexterity check to catch the stone.
I kind of wish he wasn't so smart right now.
14. You catch the stone.
Oh.
Nice.
And then you want to try and make it seem as though you have thrown the true stone. But you're throwing a replica of the stone.
I will say the bonus action would be sheathing my quarterstaff, because firing off the creation is an action.
Okay. So you have caught the stone, and you're going to chuck a replica of it. All right. I'm going to say...
Now, if it helps, I do also have efficient action on my character, so I could use an object and argue that's my throw.
Sure, yeah. No, I'm fine with the action economy. I'm trying to decide what the role is. So the role is going to be... This is a deception check, but because of how you're doing this, I'm going to let you use your intelligence modifier instead of charisma to deceive with artifice. So unless you are proficient in deception,
it's not bad, but it's not my intelligence, that's for sure.
Right. So if you're not proficient in the skill deception, then this is just a straight intelligence check. And Raelif will roll insight.
That will wind up at an 18.
Okay. You have a +6 intelligence modifier?
I do, yes, sir.
Dang.
What is your intelligence score?
No, that's my saving. It's that'll make it 16. Sorry.
Okay. Well, Rilith has a 17 on the die.
Great. Worth a shot.
And so he sees it go, and then his head swivels and this baleful light glares at you, Finnian, as now the holder of the stone.
And
Oh, it was a cool
Finnian,
idea.
You do have Bardic Inspiration. Just
That's true.
You know?
Well, let me tell you what, if you're thinking about spending that on that roll, the total for him is an 18. So you had a 16, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you'd need a 2 or better. So it's not, or you need a 3 or better to beat him.
On a D6.
On a D6. So you're slightly above a coin flip.
No better time to gamble things, you know? With the 6, baby! With the 6! Yeah! With the clutch!
And so those eyes glare at you, and then the figure. So what has happened here is you have not only created this replica, like you have managed to, in your moments of touching it before and now holding it in your hand, you've essentially managed to imprint the magical aura of this item onto the fake. And Rayliff's white stares at you, and then there is a pause in its attack, and it nods and turns and stalks off in the direction.
Finian
of the
doesn't see
stone.
any of that because to sell the ruse, he threw it and kept running like he was in full escape. I'm not selling you on anything. Take your trinket back.
Okay. So yes, you flee as the white of Rayliff and Alguin stalks off in search of the fake that you have just thrown. Yeah. So we're just booking it.
yes.
I'm running up to you guys and hoping y'all are turning and running as well.
Yes.
Okay. So you all bolt off into the wild, and I think that is where we will leave this episode for now.
You messed
well
up
done,
Ellie
gang.
too bad. We couldn't stay in this. I had to get out. She was goofed.
Just have to think about how long the ruse would succeed.
Sure. Okay, I can answer that for you.
Can
It will
you?
look as though something is off, but it will stay in that shape while it is out of my possession for 1 hour.
That's good to know.
It'll seem weird to him, but he's gonna try to use it. That's all he knows. But
Okay. Well, if you would like to let us know in comments, grave robbing, yes, no, yes, no,
and we will be
and
reporting
whether-
the yeses.
and whether you should leave behind house grave warming gifts. Is that what you call it?
Only on Blades and Banners, y'all.
If you'd like to find these lovely people anywhere else, you can find their links in the description down below, along with links to our Discord, where you can come over and chat with us. New episodes of Blades and Banners drop on Mondays. Episodes of the Ship's Log, our Q&A show, drop somewhat whimsically on Fridays. And until next time, thanks for rolling with us.